What's up, guys? It's McNulty here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another Sunday drop-in. We have the Astral offers, and that can only mean one thing. The Astral Dwarves have to be back in the portal, and if they're back in the portal, that can only mean one thing. That there's a brand new hero that's just dropped today, and we are going to have a look at him. And the Astral Dwarves, I must say, honestly, the Astral Dwarves, the art is sick. I mean, you just know when one of these guys drop. I mean, just look at him. Just look at him for a second. I mean, he is absolutely just dripping in swag. I don't even know what the heck he's doing, but I know he looks cool. And I know she looks cool. And I know a lot of these Astral Dwarves look incredible. Honestly, there's Mr. Beast there just chilling out doing his meditations. You got this guy who, he's just wielding that freaking star thing, whatever the heck you call it, with absolute class. Most of these, this is what I'm saying. Like the art on these guys is incredible. We've been promoting vegetables for the last few days, so it is definitely a refreshing change. This is our brand new hero, by the way, that's in the portal. His name is HYGIL. And he is a nature hero, and like I said, he looks incredible. It looks like he's like the Pathfinder. I don't know where the heck these guys are going. Maybe they're just searching for, the next base that they can invade in Empires and Puzzles. But not only do they have the coolest art in the game, but they've also got probably the most impactful set of family bonus and passives of any group of heroes in this game. And that is why these heroes generally stand out pretty damn well. So we'll start off with, obviously, HYGIL. He is a nature hero. He is of the Paladin class, so it's a nice class for defense. It gives him a little bit of extra protection. If he receives any damage, by the end of the enemy turn, it's a 25% chance to give himself and nearby allies 25% defense for 2 turns. That's awesome. The family bonus. So here we go. Bonus from a single hero is 25 or 50% chance to dispel a random dispellable status effect buff from all enemies at the end of each turn. So if you've got 2 of these heroes, 50% chance to dispel. You do get 2 times summon chances in this portal. So if you do pull a legendary Astral hero, you get a second different Astral hero for free. That doesn't mean you're going to get a second Astral Dwarf. You could end up with an Astral Elf. So there is kind of a payoff, or, there's kind of like a, what's the word? There's like a good and a bad side to that coin. However, it is likely that you may end up with 2 Astral Dwarves. And the more the Astral Dwarves drop into the portal, the higher the odds of that are. So you get 2 of these guys. There's a 50% chance you're going to be dispelling a status effect buff from all enemies at the end of each turn, which is super strong. And then there's a 75 or 100% chance to resist mana reductions and mana status ailments. Each successful resist by this family gives the character 5% mana. So it's not only a mana resistance, and this is all part of the family bonus. It is what I would call an empowered mana resistance, because any successful resist gives the character 5% mana, and that's a mana reduction or a mana status ailment. It's huge. Honestly, even for a single hero, 75% of the time you're going to be getting that. So nobody can cut their mana. Nobody can give them a mana reduction, and they have a chance to dispel a random buff at the end of each turn from everyone. And that's not it. That's just the family bonus. So the first passive, superior bypass minions. So all damage done by the character bypasses minions and mega minions. Forget about it. Minions, mega minions, just forget about it. Their damage is going to bypass them and go straight for the throat of the enemy. Superior resistance against negative minion effects. So the character has an innate resistance against incoming negative effects and damage from minions and from mega minions. So if you've got strong minion teams, don't take them up against the Astral Dwarves. You got strong mega minion teams, don't take them up against the Astral Dwarves. You're just going to have this guy sat there taking no damage from your minions or mega minions, and he's just going to keep firing back at you. Honestly, it's the most broken freaking passive in the game, and I absolutely love it. And then The last part of this, sorry, not the level, perfect accuracy. So his special skill never misses its target. So blind, forget about it. Doesn't do anything. Dodge, forget about it. Doesn't do anything. That's why I say this family of heroes, to my mind, is the family that just has all the answers for 99.9% of the answers for the problems that are out there. So that's a great reason to want an Astral Dwarf in the first place. He also gets the damage reduction ether talent. So at the beginning of each battle, his damage received is reduced by 10%. Okay, stats wise, we're looking at with the max power on, he's got that damage reduction. Without it, 1230. So that's good. I'm going to say that's good because he's in keeping with a hero that was released, I think, yesterday, was it? Stravia. She's also at 1230, so that is okay. We've then got Lily, who was released, I think, the day before. So like maybe we're going back to Friday now, and she's at 1229. So we are creeping, but we're very slow. We're like snail's pace creeping, and that's okay. As long as you keep it that way and you don't suddenly balance everyone, like I said before, and I'm going to keep saying it, that's all right. Okay, so 1230 team power, 1200 on the attack, 1316 on defense, and 2263 health makes for a very defensive hero. You know, he's going to be able to tank a few hits for your team, and obviously he's got the damage reduction and the paladin class. So I think we're playing into that tank position for this guy if we are looking at a defensive hero. So let's have a look at what he actually does. Special skill, it's called Polestar Expedition. So that's where he's going. Polestar. There we go. There's the answer. So he deals 850% damage to the target. He is running at slow speed. And then the target receives 100% damage for all the damage that their allies receive for 5 turns. And he gives growth. So all allies get 550 attack. And all allies get plus 35% mana generation for 5 turns. Yeah, this guy's a monster of a hero, isn't he? I mean, 850% damage to the target. Now, that damage, remember, it bypasses minions and mega minions as well. So that is basically like our game's version of true damage. It's pretty humongous, and I don't know many heroes that are going to be able to survive that kind of a hit. So it may be a case where the rest of his special is actually kind of null and void. But if there's any possibility in, you know, any galaxy that target that he just hit survived the hit that he just laid out on them, then they are definitely going to go down the next turn because they're going to receive 100% of the damage for all of the damage their allies receive for the following 5 turns. It's a brutal take one hero out kind of hero. And I think this guy's been more designed for defense, because I'm just thinking of how impactful, what's the blue goblin's name now? I've just literally faced 2 of him in the last war that give the slow speed hero that gives growth. Damn it. I literally cannot remember his name now, but you know the guy I'm talking about, the blue goblin that gives a massive amount of growth and heals. He is like a tank, but he's got that healing element. This is a tank which is just going to snipe folks out. And yeah, he's running at slow speed, but he is giving that growth. So it's 550 attack that he's giving to all allies. And he's sniping someone for 850 damage. And the next time they get hit, doesn't matter whether it's a slash attack, damage over time, whatever it might be, they are literally going to be wiped off of the face of the planet. So on offense, I'm not as sure about this guy. Like, I think he would be a bit tricky to play with unless you have him next to a hero with a increased mana. Yeah, like Nautica, for example, but then you want a green Nautica. I don't think we have one yet. I think there is supposed to be another hero that boosts mana. I don't know what element that hero is in. Might be nature. So this guy could be an excellent pairing with that hero. Or even on defense, if you're going to put him on defense, you want to put like yeah, we're talking about offense though, so don't forget about it. But you put him next to shit, my mind's literally gone completely blank. Nautica, that's the one I was looking for on defense. And then he'll be excellent because obviously the mana goes up quicker, but on offense it's just the wrong color, so it's difficult to play with. I love the hit though. I really do. I think 850 damage to the target. And I do think there's a place in the game for slow speed snipers, but they have to be able to completely wipe out a single hero. And that is exactly what this guy does. But I do also like the second part because it makes him useful everywhere. That growth where all allies are getting 550 attack. He's going to be incredible against Titans. He's giving extra mana generation, but I'm not the hugest fan of that with slow speed heroes because it's only really going to work in battles outside of PvP and raids, because increasing the mana generation of the heroes at slow speed, by the time you get there, it's already too late. Honestly, like the battles at the moment, you kind of need to plan out your tiles within, I think, the first 5 or 6 moves. Otherwise, you know, it's pretty much game over if you are going up against a strong defensive team. So yeah, do I like this guy? Heck yeah. I love the art. I love the skill, like especially for tanking and on defense. I think he's going to be an excellent tank. I don't necessarily think he's going to be that good on offensive teams. I think you'll probably be a bit frustrated by the fact that you're at slow speed, and when you do get round to firing off, the only thing that you can do is to increase the damage to the single target. Now, I wonder if that wouldn't work also well against Titans, where the target receives 100% damage for all the allies. No, it doesn't. I've just literally read it and realized that it absolutely doesn't. Because yeah, it even won't work against Mythic Titans because the Titan doesn't have anybody else with him. So yeah, I think it would be a little bit frustrating to play him on offensive teams, but he is going to be a beast against Titans, because obviously he gives a humongous amount of growth, and I think he's going to be an incredible tank for your war defenses and your raid defenses and stuff like that. So humongous congratulations if you do manage to pull HYGIL from the portal. Fantastic hero, absolute G, and I would love to have him. I'd also love to have this hero, so our other featured hero, Soundness, that fast speed, 500% damage and silence, and then another 500 damage to a random enemy. I think probably out of the two, you know, just with that fast speed hit, like that's kind of what you want, isn't it? Like, and the second target hit receives 50% increased damage. I mean, it's just huge. She gets all of the cool passives as well. So I think probably out of the two, she's going to be better, but then she wouldn't be as good of a tank as he will, I think. Like, just with everything else that he's got going on in his kit, I think he's probably going to be the better tank than she is, and with the growth effect as well. There are a few heroes that can deal with growth, but not so many. So I think that this guy is definitely value protected from that standpoint as well. And again, a lot of the heroes that counter growth, like would be Fergus, that I would take up against him. But then when I take Fergus up against him, the only crappy thing is that I've then got to deal with the fact that he doesn't take any damage from the Mega Minion. So he's great, honestly. Huge congratulations if you do get him. Please do let me know in the comments what you guys think of our brand new Astral Dwarf HYGIL. Do drop us a like and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. I think we're just about to hit 7,000 subscribers. So subscribe to the channel, share it with your mother, and I'll see you guys again in the next video. Bye for now.